I wish to congratulate the government of Kenya under your leadership, my dear brother, for the strides you continue to make in your development sustainability. Kenya is one of the most economy in East Africa that has sustainably continued to register positive economic growth. Also, Kenya has vast, comprehensive education infrastructure. There are several of you here who are graduates from Kenyan universities. We are grateful, my dear brother. Zimbabwe stands ready to share experiences with Kenya towards empowering our youthful population, mainly around science, technology, and innovation-based education and skills training, promoting financial inclusion and sustainable development that leaves no one and no place behind. We need to identify quick wins to capitalize on opportunities and have increased economic engagement to scale up trade and investment between our two nations. Time has gone where, in the past, if you wanted to go to Ghana, you had to fly from Salisbury to London, then you come to Ghana. If you want to go to Rwanda, Angola, in the past, we had to go to Portugal. Is it Portugal? Portuguese. You go to Portugal, to Lisbon, so that you can come to Rwanda. So Africa was so tied to the colonial masters that if you are visiting your neighbor, you need to go first to the colonial master and come and see your neighbor. Under the current crop of leadership in Africa, we are removing that. We are promoting air connectivity among ourselves. If we want to go to Kenya, we should fly from Harare and land in Nairobi. If we want to go to Egypt, we should fly from Harare and land in Cairo. If you want to go to Senegal, you don't need to go to France first. You go straight to Senegal. And this is what the current crop of leadership in Africa are seized with, both in terms of connectivity, and our economies must begin to talk to each other before they talk to the economies of former colonial masters. We must have our economies talking to each other. Africa is so endowed with resources that if we collaborate, we can help each other develop with our own domestic resources. Yes, we may not have the global capital to do it. We may not have the technology and the skills. We don't need to invent the wheel. The first world is there. America is there. Europe is there. Many other developed countries are there. We can acquire those skills. But we are now agreed as African countries that the first world is a first world because they promoted the science and technology and innovation. This is why today we must have a serious bias in our institutions of higher learning towards science and technology and innovation.
I am also highly encouraged, my elder brother, by your willingness and readiness to embark on a bilateral collaboration that will enable us take our bilateral relations to our all new level for the mutual benefit of the people of Zimbabwe and the people of Kenya. Mr. President, the evidence of your determination to steer the nation of Zimbabwe into prosperity is abundant, obvious, and inspiring. In particular, I commend your resolve to undertake bold and necessary reforms and promote investment and other forms of support to bolster agricultural productivity to enhance food production in your country. Your emphatic commitment to accelerate the development of energy, transport, and communication infrastructure as enablers of trade and investment, productivity and efficiency, and ultimately rapid economic growth is a potential testament to the boldness and ambition of your vision for Zimbabwe's economic turnaround. Your Excellency, Kenya is seeking Zimbabwe's support, having presented its candidate for the AU Commission Chair for 2025-2028 after the Africa Union Executive Council on the 15th of March this year unanimously adopted the decision that Eastern Africa region submit candidates for the AU chairperson. Kenya candidature is informed by the role that the country plays in enhancing our Pan-African agenda. I want to thank you, Mr. President, for your positive consideration of this matter, and I promise that we will work together towards a better Africa for all of us. Our two countries have a deep understanding which underpins our mutual support over the years in diverse areas. Based on this, I wish to declare yet again Kenya's unreserved support for Zimbabwe's readmission to the Commonwealth. I also want to state, without fear of any contradiction and for the avoidance of any doubt, Kenya's support for Africa Union's call for the immediate lifting of the illegal sanctions against the Republic of Zimbabwe. "24 years of sanctions is unfair, unnecessary, and illegal. Those children born 24 years ago don't understand what this is all about. The women, people in rural areas, do not understand what this is all about. We say this not to be politically correct. We say it because it is the right thing to say. Kenya's commitment to the principle of sovereign equality of nations and states and a rules-based multilateral system makes no room for the contemplation or imposition of unilateral coercive measures because we live in a world of equals. I stand here to affirm Kenya's commitment to the flourishing of our bilateral relations and a shared determination to advance and enhance mutual benefit through partnership and consultation. Mr. President, I look forward to working with you as we redesign, reconfigure, and re-engineer the Africa Union to make it fit for purpose so that together as 1.4 billion people in this continent can work together to unlock the tremendous potential that exists in our continent. I listened to you very carefully, Mr. President, as you talked here about the wealth of resources that are available in Zimbabwe. It is the story in every other country in our continent. We are a continent of great potential. We are a continent of tremendous opportunity. And it is on our shoulders to have a new narrative for our continent. For a very long time, we allowed a narrative to be weaved about us and our continent, that we are a continent of conflict, of war, of disease, of poverty, of hunger, which is not the case. We may have challenges, but this continent is about much more. And I dare state that we have 60% of the world's renewable energy resources in our continent. We have 40% of the world's mineral resources, including those that are required for energy transition. We have 65% of the world's uncultivated arable land that we can use to feed the globe and bridge the gap and deficit of food insecurity. We are the youngest continent. We have assets in this continent that nobody can discount. And it is upon us, as the people of this continent, to weave a new narrative that will take our continent to the next level.